Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Thank you for taking time out of your day to spend it with me. Okay, we have quite a bit to talk about. We had the drooping of the colour on Saturday. Well, there's not a lot to say, is there? And maybe that is exactly where the problem lies. Everything went off as expected. The king received the salute while on horseback and nearly came off his horse when for a moment the horse had enough and there was a short battle to control the animal. Catherine looked beautiful in the green dress in honor of the Irish Guards. I'm not sure whether I like those big buttons or embellishments, but that is just my taste and has nothing to do with how she looked. She looked regal and everything was so exact, so correct, and so perfect. She's currently the monarchy's biggest asset, in my humble opinion. Of course, the kiddies, George, Charlotte, and Louis, were their usual cuteness. It is clear which one of the three is ruling the roost. Charlotte is clearly the Anne of the future. Did any of you notice that she was the only one of the three children who stood to attention when the anthem was played? A quick glance to her left and she jumped to attention. So cute, and one can already see her willingness to work and serve, or then to do the right thing. Sophie also looked beautiful, and of course the men in their uniforms all looked dashing. In my opinion, though, the king made a huge mistake with the balcony appearances, and I mean huge. It looked empty, cold, bare, and a half-hearted affair. Whether it is the case or not, but the Queen having her family, the children, the grandchildren, great-grandchildren, cousins, and often nieces and nephews on the balcony, created an image of a strong, united family and a strong monarch with all the love and support of a big family. Charles and Camilla created the image of being pretty much alone, rather self-absorbed, almost on an island of their own. It looked rather weak and cold. I honestly missed the York girls, Sarah and Mike, Peter and his children. I missed the warmth, the smiles, the excitement. Ugh, and then people argue that the king is slimming the monarchy. Having a semi-empty balcony has nothing to do with slimming the monarchy. Neither the king nor his mother, the queen, have ever financially supported Mike and Zara, Peter and his family, or for that matter, Eugenie and Beatrice. Anyway, the Duke of Kent and the Duke and Duchess of Gloucester, standing to the side, away from the rest of the family, further created an image of a very divided family. Anyway, lately I feel a huge distance from the royal family, with the exception of still being interested in what William, Catherine, and, say, Sophie are up to. I'm very much disinterested in the King and Queen. In my opinion, it does not appear as if Camilla actually enjoys her new role. Her smile does not appear genuine, more of a, okay, let me smile and wave and get it over with. And the king even looked bored with things like, for instance, the balcony appearance. And he has actually previously been heard saying, I wish this was over and let's get it over with. Honestly, I'm running out of words and just hope that William will take good advice and return the monarchy to its former glory when the time comes. And I hope I live long enough to see it happen. Okay, so that is that. On the other side of the pond, Madame Meghan thought she could overshadow Trooping the Colour with another Papwalk. Again. Do we have the words left for this cheap, ignorant grifter. Do we? Look, I understand Meghan's condition, namely her narcissism. The condition she can be diagnosed with by a proper psychiatrist. But I honestly do not understand the rest. She comes across as stupid. Yet she is not completely stupid. She comes across as ignorant. Yet she can't be 100% ignorant. She traveled the world, and we know she is streetwise. Like Beep said, how do you explain a woman putting on a designer dress and then not checking her underwear? Or going out with the Queen of Britain with dirty, oily, stringy hair? How do you explain that? Why? Why does she do that? I personally cannot explain it. All I can think is that it is childish spite. Now, if it is spite, then I'm afraid she's cutting her nose to spite her face, because each and every time it is Meghan Markle who walks away from her stunts looking stupid and deranged. Well, you can pick whether it's stupid or deranged. I don't know. And as you saw, she did it again. It didn't work the 10 times before, yet she goes and does it again. Honestly, what was she thinking? Going out on her own, wearing what looked like a hand-knitted jersey she likely had from the age of 12, and carrying a bag so big she could have carried one of her children in it. And for apparently no reason either. Allegedly. Now, gossip alert ahead, okay? Allegedly, Meghan and the bodyguard walked towards a store while the backgrid photographer took a few photographs of them. The bodyguard went into the store while Meghan stayed outside taking her jersey off and posing her new lean body for the photographer outside. The bodyguard then came back after a minute or two, and that was that. Shoot over. They walked back to the vehicle and drove off. I see, however, on one of the Sugar's Twitter pages that she said that Meghan had her hair done before that actual shoot. Well, I really don't know. And quite honestly, I don't care. It was clearly and obviously a setup. Meghan obviously called backgrid again. And backgrid obviously had not forgotten about the New York incident and sold the worst photographs of Meghan for publication. Revenge of the highest order. Anyway, I did not see anyone going particularly bonkers about the photographs or even being indignant about it. About Meghan going on a Papwalk on the day that it was trooping the colour or anything like that. No, we are all so sick of her stunts and so used to it that things like this get a wash, rinse, repeat response from most of us by now. Way more interesting, and something I think we should think about, is what's up with Harry? What's up with the marriage? How will it affect the monarchy and the royal family? Even the fact that their Spotify gig had been cancelled was almost inevitable. It does not come as a surprise. The fact that Spotify, in conjunction with the Archwell PR, falsely hyped her ratings, does not come as a surprise to me or anyone I know either. We all basically knew it was faked, and it was confirmed, at least for me, by Joe Rogan not saying anything about it, but instead, when asked, just laughing about it. which gave me the impression that he knew her ratings were artificially inflated. Okay? Anyway, 12 episodes in 3 years is definitely not worth 18 to $20 million. A subscriber who used to work in the industry thinks or is guessing that Meghan and Harry likely got 1 to maybe 3 million as a sign-up fee. We also know they got another amount to kickstart them. Yes, unlike the rest of us, Meghan needed more than a microphone and a laptop. Oh no, Meghan needed an entire production team. Anyway, I have no idea how much that advance, shall we say, was, but my subscriber is guessing that it may have been 500,000 to 1 million. Because of that, what we would call an advance, the subscriber is guessing that Meghan got 5 to 6 million for the 12 episodes, if not less. And now Spotify made it clear that the Duke and Duchess will not see a dime of the rest of the money because, simply put, they did not produce the goods. I think Bill Simmons calling them lazy and effing grifters pretty much spells out what the other executives and staff think of them. Yes, the statement read mutual agreement, but no, my dears, they were given the boot. Of that, I am relatively sure. We also know, or if you don't know, then I'm telling you now, Netflix is also pretty much done with them. Yes, they made it known that Heart of Invictus will run on Netflix towards the end of the year, but that is it. Remember, they had no qualms dumping Pearl, and I am told that they pretty much dumped every other idea Meghan tried to sell them. I was recently told that Meghan and Harry put out a statement of sorts, or told a couple of people whom they knew would, relay the message, saying that they are done with appearing in front of the cameras and instead they will remain behind the cameras from now on. Remember, Meghan also said what she will say to someone trying to play her in a movie. Remember that statement? Well, allegedly, that was one of the ideas Meghan was trying to sell Netflix. Yes, a Crown type series with actors playing Harry and Meghan and reenacting their time in the royal family. Allegedly, Netflix executives gave it about 5 minutes of favorable thought before they started weighing the positive against the negative and went, no, 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 not again, no. Allegedly, they did not even go, no, thank you. That is what I hear, unconfirmed, okay? Now, after Harry's public revelations of fairly rampant drug use, I also don't know how well his job at BetterUp is going. I would assume that it is not going too well. Allegedly, Harry has a few shares in the company, so I guess he'll get a few bob annually whether he actually works or not. But will it be enough? Will it be enough to pay that $7 million bond, utilities on a property with 16 bathrooms, a swimming pool, tennis courts, rescued chickens, etc., property tax, wages, 24/7 security, Meghan's designer outfits, gas guzzling vehicles and private jets? I do not think so. And that is where anyone with half a brain must put the brakes on and feel a little less gleeful about these two's recent losses and disasters. Yes, absolutely, they deserve it because they are two lazy grifters. Agreed. But the fact remains, they have a mortgage, utilities, staff, security, and two children to pay for. So what is going to happen when there is really nothing left? The first thing to go will be the mansion and Harry. Harry's failure to support Meghan by providing her with 16 bathrooms and 9 bedrooms is not going to go down well with Meghanian. Mark my words. How is Harry going to afford his own accommodation at posh and expensive lodges and hotels and his wife's posh accommodation, whatever she chooses, be it a posh apartment in Los Angeles or another home somewhere with the children? We don't know. The point is, the way they are going now, he can't and he won't be able to afford it. So what will happen? Well, again, mark my words. I may be wrong, but it will be nice if you mark my words so we can get back to it at some point. The king will not allow his son to be living in the gutter. He won't and he can't because it will not reflect well on him or on the monarchy. So when things get really bad, King Charles III will help his son, and his son will have to share it with Meghan Markle, whether divorced or not. So soon you will have a scenario where neither Harry nor Meghan will have to work, and where the monarchy and Britain will again have to support them financially. It may be done under the table in the beginning, but eventually our logic will prevail and we'll know that they are once again supporting the two lazy grifters because they won't have a choice. That, my dear friends, is what I think will happen in the next 12 to 24 months. Eventually, Meghan, if she hasn't already, will find another victim and will kick Harry out. And Harry will have to eventually move back to the United Kingdom or maybe go to places like Portugal, like where his niece Eugenie spends half her time, or maybe he will go raise sheep in Transylvania for a few years, or work in nature conservation in Lesotho. Whatever he decides to do, or whatever they can give him to do, Harry will need years of healing, detoxing, and working before the public will be able to give him another chance as a member of the royal family. Now, while this drama is playing itself out, though, the king will have one priority, and that is to protect his people, his family, and his country, and therefore he cannot allow Meghan Markle to keep her Duchess of Sussex title after a divorce, and therefore he has to strip Harry now. Strip Harry before there's a divorce. He will have to get the paperwork done and pass it on to Parliament. Because if Harry is not stripped of his Duke of Sussex title before the divorce, then Meghan will regain the title. Okay? Then, on top of all of that, although we are all smelling trouble or we can see it coming, I still think she's going to pull a Trevor on Harry and she's going to spring it on Harry and us quickly and unexpectedly. So the king and Buckingham Palace have no time to waste. The king needs to put all Harry's titles in abeyance. Harry will need years to recover, and until he did, he is a danger to the monarchy and every person who is part of it. Okay, guys and girls, the king will also need to realize that past behavior predicts future behavior. And can you imagine when Meghan is in the midst of this divorce? She will pull out all the stops. You can bet your bottom dollar on that. She will tell everyone who has a second to listen about the bad racist, monarchy, British people, bloody fish cakes. The distance, the title, everything needs to be sorted out before that announcement comes. Okay, guys and girls, that is my contribution for the day. I have something rather eye opening coming up, and I think it will be the ideal video in which to juggle some opinions and thoughts which are not my thoughts and feelings. And I think we will all walk away from this a little shocked. So until then, please take good care of yourselves until we meet on that next one. Bye.